Yes, in fact, you did read that title and thumbnail correctly. This is not clickbait. I bought Matt Farah, AKA the Smoking Tires 88 FoxBody, and we're gonna talk about it right here on the channel today. Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt, and guys, I might have a problem. As you can see, there is another Fox in the stable right here behind me, and this is my third, depends on if you count halves of Fox bodies, but essentially this is my third full Fox body. We'll go with that. It was owned by Matt Farah, the Smoking Tire. In fact, I'm gonna get into why I bought his car, but first, let me do one of my favorite things here on the channel, give you a good idea of what you're looking at. We'll do a quick walk around, a little cinematic, and then we'll get back into the details of why I bought this 88 coupe that I'm in love with. Anyway, let's get to it. She's a beauty, ain't she? I mean, I love the width of this tires, like the wide body. It's 295s all the way around, IRS in the back. We're gonna get into all the specs here in a second. But first, I need to tell you guys why I bought this. And it's really a cool reason because I started this YouTube channel for 3 reasons. One,
I hope that you enjoyed this upload. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you are stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Take care, have a great day.
2,
what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel.
and 3.
Bodius Foximus.
That's right, Street Speed 717, obviously a big influence on the channel. Corvette guy, most of you guys probably don't know him. In fact, this is a Street Speed shirt I'm wearing, so shout out to him. Also, Foxcast Media, sort of the king of Fox bodies for YouTube, and he's gone on to bigger and better things. And then the last one was the Smoking Tire, and this car in particular. He did an entire build on this car, guys. I think the build was finally done in like maybe 2015, and it took him a while to sort it out. 2017 is finally when he raced it, but I just loved it. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I bought my other coupe, Nemesis. So long OGs of the channel know about that. That one's still in progress, and I will have an update on that soon. But you're like, Matt, I am also Matt. Matt, this does not look like the Smoking Tires car. It looks a little different. Well, yes, I know. There have been some changes. It actually went through a couple different owners. The most recent owner I bought it from put on this wrap. And the reason why is they thought it was a California Highway Patrol car, an SSP. In fact, Matt himself thought that. Many people did. But I'm actually gonna cover an entire other video. This was never an SSP, guys, believe it or not. So it was a tribute car that's not really an SSP. Again, no one's fault. They just didn't know the information, and I will have a full video later going through all the details of why that is the case. But yeah, this car was just sort of special to me. I bought another car to kind of build it similar to like this, and it came up for auction a couple different times. Yeah, it came up for auction 3 different times. First time Matt sold it, half of it went to charity. At the time, the highest selling Fox body of all time, and yours truly did also bid on it. I'm showing it on the screen right now. You can see that. I was trying to buy it. Then it went up again a couple years later. Once again, I wanted to try and buy it. I got a bid, but time was still not right, still not the right time for me. And then it came up the 3rd time. You know what? It's still not the right time, but I said, I'm not letting this one get away, and I actually got it. And if you account for inflation, I think I got the best deal so far. But yeah, here it is. So what are we looking at? People not familiar with Matt Farah and the Smoking Tire and all that, let's just get into the details. It's an 88 coupe. It's not an SSP car. It does have a full IRS in it. So it does have an independent rear suspension. It's actually got Delrin bushings. It's like a 355 in the diff, 355 gears, 31 spline axles, and then all the maximum motorsport stuff that you would want on it, right? Fully loaded. It's their IRS, built it their way. It's a Torsen T2 differential with custom sway bars, maximum stuff there as well. I believe it's got Bilsteins. We may try Coney's at some point, we'll see. And it's just made as a basically corner carver, right? When you think about it, it's made to go around corners, which Fox bodies normally don't do. That was a big thing Matt was into, and I kind of like it as well. I'm actually going to try to do some racing with this. The wheels are very special on this. These are carbon fiber wheels. These are HRE ROS 105s, I believe, and they were initially made for this car. You can see the HRE there. You could actually, I think you could still get them. I don't know, I have to check. They might not sell them anymore, but they were a production wheel. And it's 295/30s R18s all the way around, even 295 in front. So normally what you do is you have to shorten the axles on these cars to get them to like Fox length axles, right? Matt didn't want to do that, and I don't blame him. He went ahead and widened the car the whole way, and it makes it turn quarters a lot better. The other thing, of course, it's got full subframe connectors, and the interior is kind of unique. Let's take a look at it. You've got these crazy patterns on the doors. Now, it also came with the original seats. These are not the original seats. You take a look at these seats. They're very comfortable. They're Recaros, but there is another set of seats. I believe those are also Recaros that they still have the pattern on them, okay? And so I'm gonna definitely, I have those. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put them back in. It also depends on how I fit in the car, because I'm not a small guy. I'm 6'5". Matt wasn't a small guy either, but I think I'm a little taller than him. And yeah, so I need seats that are gonna work, but the other ones work for him. But let's take a look. It's obviously got, I think these are Florida 5.0 gauges, if I remember correctly. Momo steering wheel, and then they've added a lot of the custom stuff from the CHP stuff, like this air support hat for LAPD. We've got the cop glasses, but yeah, again, it was never a cop car. Also, suspension wise, got this full roll cage. I don't know if you guys can see, but got the roll cage here. Obviously took out the back seat to make it lighter. And then up top, this headliner was actually the original headliner, and Matt left it that way because, again, he thought it was a CHP car. He wanted to kind of retain some of the originality of the vehicle. Again, it's not. I'll have another video on that soon. And then the other owners added this, right? And this is not a real, I don't even know if I can say that word on YouTube. This is not what you think it is. It's not real. Notice the tip. This is a fake toy, and it just, you'll hear it's air. It's just an air thing. I don't think I can say the word on YouTube and I'll get demonetized on that. But basically a bare bones interior. Does have new carpet at least, but pretty much what you would expect, just bare bones. I do like seatbelts, that it's already got the racing seatbelts, got rid of the original seatbelts. And I do want to go back again with those original seats. I'll pop a picture up here on the screen if I can, but let's go ahead and look under the hood, right? Normally that's where all the good stuff is, but again, in this car, not so much. Most of the good stuff is on the outside or underneath in the chassis. But here you go. We got just what you'd expect, right? A 302. Actually, it is a Ford Racing 302, a crate engine. They call it their GT40 crate engine. So it's got the GT40 aluminum heads. Has an alphabet cam. I believe it is an E cam. It's an E cam or B cam, I'm not sure. If you know, put it down in the comments if you know what normally came in these GT40 crate engines. It's definitely an alphabet cam. I know it's not a B. I think it's an E or an F. I know X is the high end. It's probably B or an F. We've got the Explorer GT40 style tubular intake manifold, but it's not tubular, it's just the Explorer one. Bare bones. We do have some headers. Now I know Matt went through a few of these, Matt Farah. So we've got the headers here that are, I think these are Mac now, and they've been wrapped because he had some heat issues. Oh yeah, we got three Matts. We got me, Matt, who runs the channel, Matt Farah, the Smoky Tire, and then Matt from Fox Resto, who works on these cars. It's a Matt invasion. But yeah, we're gonna go through all this, doing everything wrong with it. In fact, we already had a big problem wrong with it. When I first arrived to my house, it was not starting. And Matt and I had to go through a lot to get it running. That'll be probably on the next video. You can find out how I got the car running, but I'm really excited to see everything sort of wrong with the build. And my ultimate goal with it, well, let me finish the engine first. But yeah, so it probably makes, 350 horsepower at the crank at best, maybe a little less, nothing earth shattering here. One of the interesting things is that it is a California car, so it was mass air. The computer in it's a California mass air car, so it was never converted. It's originally a mass air car. It's been dyno tuned and all that. Does sound good. I'm gonna crank it up for you guys here in a minute. You'll notice the engine bay is painted red, and that's because the guy Matt bought it from, he was going to change the color and sort of restore it, and so Matt never painted the engine bay. I don't blame him. I'm probably not going to either. But yeah, when the car arrived to me, not only was it not starting, and I'll have a video covering what that issue was, but also it had a boo-boo on it. Let me go ahead and point that out. You may have seen it already. Here we go. This did happen, unfortunately, during transport. You can see that had a little rubbing there. So I've got to get that fixed, but you know what? It's gonna be, well, it's dirty right now, but it's gonna be a little bit of a race car, right? That's what it was meant for. It was meant to be raced. I plan to cover all that here on the channel, but guess what? That's not the only boo-boo. I made a worse boo-boo. Let me show you what I did to it, guys. This is, you're gonna hate me. I kind of hate myself, but pulling into the garage, my garage was a little tight with the two Mustangs. Boom, there you go. How do you like that? This actually literally chipped off. I hit it on this little wooden thing in my garage, and yeah, it took a little hit there. So I've got a couple boo-boos already. But you know what? You know what's great about that is I kind of like, I get to race it, right? And that's one of the goals, the big goals. I do want to actually do some road racing, but first I want to try some autocross. I've got a friend who has a channel all about autocross, warhorse racing, and I'm gonna get with him and he's gonna do some instructing for me, and we're gonna try this thing out on the racetrack. For those of you who've been with the channel a long time, you're still watching, you know I was trying to do that with Nemesis. Nemesis, I will have an update on, but it has been my nemesis. I haven't made much progress, guys. It's been very frustrating. And when this one came up, I was like, that's why I was building Nemesis. Let me go ahead and buy this one. Now, does that mean I'm not gonna restore Nemesis because I have this car? No, it doesn't mean that. Full video update coming. But let me show you a couple other things the owner before Matt added to it. I already mentioned the wrap. Well, take a look at this light. This is actually spotlight again, so it's something my real cop car would have had. And look, we can turn it around. Now Space Sailors, look, it's actually on. Oh, sorry about that. There you go, turned it off. Maybe it was on the whole time, but yeah, you can spin this around. And oh, I just noticed it makes a little thing on the hood maybe. Oh, it can actually touch the, yeah, it's not good. You can actually touch the hood. Or yeah. Actually, it looks like it has, but oh well. But that's how you turn it on and off. And the other thing, kind of neat. Let's see if I can turn this on. I gotta hit the key, hold on. All right, now I have the keys. By the way, a little bit of a giveaway here. Not a dead giveaway because, you know, this could have been changed, but it does require 2 keys, which most SSPs don't. But anyway, that's another video, sorry. But let's subscribe to Gearhead 704. Yeah, they added a little speaker system into it. So that's another little thing they added besides, obviously, you know, we got to come up with a name for this thing, but whatever I can call this without getting demonetized. I forgot 2 things real quick. It's just a T5 with like a Hurst shifter. No big deal, stock T5, but we have a little bit of a problem here. Get me in trouble. Look at that, guys. We actually have cop lights. Needless to say, you should not be using those on the road, and I will not. That will be going away as well as I get this car back to normal. But cut back to me talking about the car. I can't believe that I have this car. I wanted it for so long. Literally one of the reasons why I started YouTube. As you saw at the beginning, I bid on it, you know, each time it went up, and this last time, I actually got it, right? It's actually mine. This is my FoxBody, and you're just gonna see a ton of it here on the channel. You're gonna see a lot on this car this year. I'm gonna do everything wrong with it, and then Matt and I are gonna get it completely running as it should. It has a few problems already that we've noticed, and we're gonna fix all those. Basically build it like Matt Farah had it, the smoking tire, but go ahead and make sure it has no flaws at all, make it so you can still drive it. I'd like to drive it to Mustang Week this year at the Maximum Motorsports booth. I already talked to Chuck last year from Maximum Motorsports, and he said if I could get the car there, they would let me in the booth, so that would be really cool to have it there. That is coming up, I believe, in September like normal. So that's a goal. But yeah, once I've done that, the one big thing that this lacks, and Matt Farah said it himself, for anybody that remembers, power, guys. This engine, the chassis overpowers the engine, which is what he wanted, but it really needed like 100 more horsepower.
It needs 100 more horsepower.
Well, I think I know where I can get 100 more horsepower and still have a use for this engine. So that's also in the works, but first we just got to get it going on the road. And I guess I should let you guys, I've rambled on enough. I should let you hear it crank up, give it a little start, and before I get out of here. So let's do that. Guys, it has a little bit of an idle problem for sure. It's idling a little bit too high, I think. Yeah, just a wee bit high. We'll get that handled. The other thing about it is it does have the Flowmasters and an H-pipe, so it sounds pretty good overall. Once I get the idle down, you really hear that cam chop. So I'll figure that out. Lots of little problems, but yeah, I'm pretty excited, guys. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a lot of fun on the channel. It's something I've wanted to do for years, and literally one of the reasons why Gearhead 704 started. So I've got it. Stay tuned to the channel. Tons of stuff coming on this car. So much content. If you ever wanted to follow Matt Farah's smoking tire FoxBody and see what happened to it and see it out in the wild, well, guess what? Now is your chance. Subscribe if you have not, because like I said, just a ton of content, and you definitely want to follow it. Also, I'm really trying to get to 20K subscribers. Many of you guys that watch are not subscribed, so it would really help me out if you could hit that subscribe button. That would just be amazing. But big thanks to Matt Farah for building this car. Big thanks to Matt from Fox Resto, who's going to help me rebuild this car. And big thanks to my wife for letting me buy my third FoxBody. And that's gonna do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. Again, if you're stopping in for the first time or you haven't already, please subscribe so we can hit that 20K. And we'll see you here next time on Gearhead 7 and 4. All the maximum motor ports, a maximum motor port, what is that? You know, I'm sure. Hi, helicopter interrupting my shot. It's right here. I want to get into all the details on the dash. Blah, 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 blah. My keys are over here. Gotta get my keys out. The heaviest the wind's been. Right now. Probably not even that bad. You know what? Brother Tom was right. I need to fix this. Brother Tom's always right.